There's a ton of speculation around Erika Kirk right now as to whether she's a honeypot, whether she's CIA or Mossad, or whether she's just a genuine grieving widow. Let's do a deep dive into her life and find out. Born Erika Lane Frantsve. Her dad was Kent Frantsve. He had ties with the DOD and supported the founding of Raytheon's missile defense program in Israel. Now, the internet has been scrubbed of his name in the last few weeks, so it's very hard to do research on him. Go figure. Her mom is Lori Frantsve, who owns a company that has contracts with Homeland Security in the Department of Defense. Her grandfather, Carl Kenneth Frantsve, he worked as the VP of American Banknote Co, and they were known for creating their secure printing in their secure IDs. He was also the Grand Chief of the Independent Order of Vikings, a secret society of sorts, and was knighted by the King of Sweden. So automatically we know that Erika Kirk is not your common man. She comes from an elite family, an elite background with loads of connections. She also attended a Jesuit university, Regis University in Denver. At the age of 17, she founded Romanian Angels in Constanta, Romania. Now, there's been a lot of speculation saying that her nonprofit was accused of trafficking children in Romania and that locals were saying that kids were disappearing. Let's take a look at the facts. Erika posted a video back in 2013 of her in Romania working to give kids gifts. And in that video, she thanks Colonel Busher III, who was accused of being a human trafficker and a sex trafficker. The woman that accused him of human trafficking and sex trafficking filed with the Romanian authorities saying that he was running a brothel out of the US military base over there in Romania, and that brothel included minors. Now, the Romanian authorities took this case all the way to 2023 when it was dropped, citing insufficient evidence, but I think that's important information to know. Erika went on to become a licensed real estate agent in the state of New York, where she was signed by the elite Corcoran Group, the same firm that listed Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion. So here we have a girl that has just become a real estate agent, and all of a sudden she's doing luxury real estate. She's also listed on a casting website where her bio says she's a model, an actress, has done casting director work, all while being grounded in Christian faith. And now we move on to her connection with Trump. Seemingly out of nowhere, she goes on to compete in 2 beauty pageants, Miss Colorado 2010 and Miss Arizona 2012. She wins Miss Arizona 2012, which is a beauty pageant owned by none other than Donald Trump. And not to mention the fact that the first time she met Charlie, or the first time she laid eyes on Charlie, was on a pilgrimage to Israel with her mother, where she spotted Charlie Kirk in an airport.
I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband. Well, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line, and I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi.
Very interesting. And that leads us to her response to Charlie Kirk's assassination. Her husband was violently assassinated in front of the entire world. And there's no definitive answer as to who did it or why they did it. And yet she goes on a stage and says that she forgives this kid who is allegedly the killer, but there's so much speculation around the FBI narrative that it's not seeming likely that he's the killer, but she forgives him in front of everyone.
I forgive him.
And the whole situation just seems kind of fake. Her grieving doesn't seem extremely genuine. I think everybody's thinking if their significant other was killed in the style that Charlie Kirk was killed in, not to mention just killed in general, it would be beyond difficult to even say his name, let alone give full-on speeches.
There is a lot of content to be had, and we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will, I am so excited.
Yeah. And I think the reason why she's able to hold herself together so well is because she is an elite. And these people are part of secret societies like the Freemasons, like the Knights of Malta, and they do take orders for this evil agenda. It's no secret that Charlie Kirk was part of the Freemasons, that Candace Owens is likely part of the Freemasons, considering she said, I was a Mason of TPUSA.
I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA.
Trump even said that Charlie Kirk was a master builder, which is a direct Mason reference.
Charlie was actually a master builder.
Beyond that, TPUSA UK launched at the Royal Automobile Club under Prince Michael of Kent, a Grand Master of Freemasonry. Candace Owens' husband, George Farmer, was the one who helped TPUSA UK launch in 2019 as the chairman. So they're all connected. I think they are all part of this elite secret society. The real question is, why is her grieving not seem genuine? And I think that there's two possible outcomes. Number one, I think the question is whether she's scared for her life or not. Just because you're a Freemason or a Knight of Malta does not mean you're at the top. There are people above you and they have an evil agenda and they want to make sure you see it through. Otherwise, you're going to get what happened to Charlie Kirk or JFK. And so maybe she's scared for her life. Maybe she's not speaking out and holding it together because of that. Or maybe she was involved in the whole process, because these people that are in power, their souls are not the same as the common man's soul. They are trained from a very young age to see out a massively evil agenda for all of humanity. Given Erika Kirk's background, this very well could be the case. Is it a fact? No. But I've given you all the information to make a decision for yourself. I think it's also important to note that I think Candace is doing amazing work trying to expose what happened to Charlie Kirk, but it's no secret that she's probably part of the same secret societies Charlie was a part of, considering her husband, George Farmer, is also elite, and they got married after 2 weeks of dating. And it also begs the question why Candace isn't questioning this angle around Erika Kirk. Why isn't she questioning this angle more? Again, I think there's fear for life, or maybe there's just a seriously evil agenda playing out right in front of our eyes, and we're right for questioning all of this. Either way, we're right for questioning it. The common man has been lied to so much by the governments around the world. This mass awakening surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, surrounding 2020, and now going back to 9/11 and JFK is absolutely incredible, and I think we should keep pushing forward and keep our minds open. If evidence comes out contrary to what I said today, then we have to accept that. Either way, I don't think our government's telling us the truth surrounding anything. The only way we're going to stop this is by continuing to wake up. And if you guys think that I'm way out of line and out of touch with reality with this video, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear out your perspective. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow.